Welcome back to the Milkies Station podcast with your host, Cheleche. Today we're talking about speaking up and how the people that usually you should listen to are the ones that are quiet, that are always observing. If you feel like you fit in that category, I hope that you can draw something out of this video to help you speak up, coming from somebody that once was very soft-spoken and held back, knowing full well I had a well and fire within me of information, of wisdom, of passion, of drive, needing expression. And I'm here to tell you the importance of that and a bit of my experience of how I got to where I am today. Life is a journey, okay? I've learned a lot in life. Despite what I look like, I don't wear my hardships on my sleeve. But I've gone through so much, enough, to feel purposeful in sharing it to the world. If you've watched a few of my videos, you know that I grew up Mormon, which is a very high demand religion. In fact, it is a cult. I know there are feelings that arise when we say big words like that, but if you look at the Bite model, it is a cult, okay? Now, this of course is no blame to the people. This is no blame to my family who are still LDS, like none of that. I'm fully just recounting my experience, what it did to me, and how I surpassed it and overcame it and beyond, to where I don't really self-identify with that, but I recognize it was a pivotal and important point in my life. I took the concept of humility really, really strongly. All of the concepts in the church really seriously, because to me, it was that serious. It was as serious as life and death. Actually, beyond that, because if you die, then you have no chance to correct what your current living situation. Had to repent all the time, felt guilty for every little thing. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Humility. Humble maxing. To the max. Like, I remain so humble and lowly of heart because that's what they praise. That's kind of like the wording that they use in scripture. Like being lowly of heart and not boastful. And I didn't like people that stood in that energy, so I made sure to not embody that energy at all. And in a weird, twisted way, it almost gave you a sense of this false superiority, but never let it get that far. Never, because I always was constantly checking myself and being humble, being small. And even though I knew I had talents that I loved to express, even though I knew at the time I'm a good person, even if I can do my best using my gifts and talents because God allows me to use those. Actually, he promotes this, right? In the religion, I'm just talking about my experience, right? They promote that you use your gifts and then it's necessary to. Perfect. Because I loved my talents and gifts, like singing and playing instruments and dancing and the arts in that sphere. I thoroughly enjoyed. So I would do that. And I knew I was good. And I would get some feedback sometimes telling me that's good. Even though I knew it was good, I never wore it boastfully. I always remained small, thinking if I keep myself small, it will only make my talent shine even brighter for itself. I don't know if this is making sense. I hope you're sticking with me here. As an artist, as somebody that needs and wants to be seen, that feels a purpose in being seen. It's not just that, it's an inevitable being seen. It is important to carry yourself highly with posture, right? That's important. Proper posture, speaking clearly, speaking directly, speaking with fire within you. The fire was always within you, but it was repressed because people spoke over you, because you thought it was necessary to be humble and not look like the people that you don't want to become. I'm telling you right now, that isn't you. And you wouldn't let yourself get to that point. So it's important for you specifically to build a healthy ego, because we all have an ego. It's part of the human experience. But it's important to check the ego because it could help you, protect you, or it could turn you down a path that might be what you weren't wanting to be in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, That's the whole reason why you're being overly humble in the first place, right? I mistakenly had that idea, right? Instead of people seeing me for my talents and a humble person, I thought, this is great. I can make friends, right? No. It's as if it triggered people even more, or it made people want to step on me, even though I never made myself bigger. Like, me being small was still threatening enough to want to step on and dim, because I think they saw the light within that wasn't being expressed. And so because it wasn't expressed and they thought they saw it before I did, they wanted to diminish that flame. But what they didn't know is that every attempt of trying to dim my flame or yours, I'm literally built fucking different. I don't care how that sounds. I will get back up and back up and back up and back up and back up. I will get back up. Stronger, wiser, with more discernment, with more skill, with more power behind me, with a hell of a fucking will. And where there's a will, there's a motherfucking way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I have a lot of fucking will. Instead, I changed my perspective to, oh, they're coming at me not because I'm doing anything wrong, but because I'm doing everything right. And now it's one thing to understand this on a surface level. It's another thing to not let it get to you, get the best of you and your emotions. Trust me, I know. But if you can recognize that, just let it reassure you that you're him, that you're her, you're that girl, guy, they, them, king, queen, in between. You're it. There wouldn't be a reason for them to want to diminish you, make you less than, if you weren't. Because people that are satisfied within themselves and are doing well on their own aren't stepping on the people next to them because they don't have a scarce mindset. Scarcity makes people feel like resources are limited. There's only enough light for one. That's not true. Everybody has access to all the things. First, you have to break through the mental layer, convince yourself of this delusion, right? And start acting as if, refusing anything else that looks like a mirage, that looks similar but not exactly right, that is actually far off from what I even asked for, continually taking one step in front of the other, and you will find that because you changed inside, the outside changes too. Okay? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I know you know this. This is like universal law shit that you just learn from living the life. Living actual life. Like internalizing the life. Not avoiding it. Not bottling it up. Not quieting down. By speaking up. Even if that starts by speaking up to yourself. Way before I was doing talking videos on YouTube, way before I was even a social media presence, I would pull up my phone and start ranting to myself. And I know a lot of you guys do that too. Those saved Snapchat stories I'm hearing, or saved videos from the past. If you have a dream to be in the spotlight or to share your voice, if you feel like there's this fire within you that needs expression, express it. It's not only important because other people need to hear that message, but it's also important to you and your health and your mission here on earth. It is that serious. It is that deep. It's even deeper, actually, I would say. Deeper than you may even fathom. Do it for you. But not only that, it's also for your physical health. When you don't express things like heavy emotions, if you don't express, you can gain autoimmune diseases. I have an autoimmune disease. Now, I will say, partially through genetics, but the time it was activated, because autoimmune diseases, the main cause, I'm not a doctor, okay? But I don't know if it's the main cause or something that inflames it even more, is stress, high cortisol. If that stress isn't released through an outlet, like speaking up or writing things down, creating music, creating a video, whatever it is for you. But I'm feeling really specifically here today, something to do with your voice. Then it will start to literally eat you up inside. Okay? So enough of the humble maxing. Enough trying to make yourself small so that the claps may be louder. It's all an illusion. Even if you're the most fabulous human being in the room, okay? There are people that are going to turn the other way and act blind. I have a video on that. When they act blind, shine even brighter. Girl, use it as resistance, as building a muscle. Like, you're literally building your star quality, your star power. And every time these people come against you, it is only working for you. Because like we say here on the Millkies Station podcast, everything is always working in your favor, no matter what it looks like in any and every given point in time. Because I said so. Because I said so. Because that's what I believe to be so. Because I refuse for anything else to be so. And you can do that too. Truly. You can. And I have a feeling you will. So tap in if you haven't subscribed already. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. It would really help me out a lot. And thank you for everyone who's already been subscribed. Millkies. Actually, okay, if you made it this far into the video, I have an announcement. Wait. An unofficial announcement. Okay, wait, actually, maybe I shouldn't share it yet because I want it to be like done before sharing it because I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. But something exciting, and I'm looking forward to announcing it when it's the right time. But yeah. Also, do we like my shirt? I love my shirt. It says, I love me. I sure do. I sure do. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to say. No, I feel like that's everything. Yeah, and I'm very grateful to how far I've come in my story, in my journey of life, to be able to speak up and be more eloquent in my speech, perhaps, and a little less emotionally charged, because I hope you can see, and I know the right people will see, my expression is coming from passion and from fire and from experience. It's coming because I feel like this delivery resonates with me, in my soul, in my body, and it leaves me feeling satisfied. Like afterwards, I feel a sense of calm, and I think that's an effect from speaking up. Like it is important to release, and I hope this helps somebody. Honestly, I do. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. Give this video a like, and I'm excited to see you again next time. Later, Millkies. Bye.